measure out 4 pounds of green beans, and you put them here in the hopper. And you open this up, you release them into the drum. The temperature is going to drop about 200 degrees in about a minute and 45 seconds. And the roasting process is just as it comes back up in temperature. We're going to do the light roast. We're going to start at 450, but we're going to end it. We're going to take it out of the drum sometime close between 420 and 425. Just so that you get some idea of what's going to happen.
So it'll drop.
It'll drop and then come back up. The whole roast will take about 12 to 13 minutes on the light roast. The way I describe our roasts, the first 5 minutes are boring. I'm going to make small talk. You're going to ask me questions.
No, I'm going to fall asleep.
You're going to fall asleep. The hammock is over there. Go back. The next 5 minutes are more interesting because the properties of the coffee begin to change. The size, the color, and the aroma. And the way you can track it or follow it is with this. This is called the trial. You need to keep your fingers here on the trial. It gets hot when you go up there, okay? So keep it here. If you turn it from the silver side on top to the black side, it's hollow inside, okay? And you can catch some beans, like that. It's been there for too long, okay? So you catch some beans, just let it sit like that for a couple of seconds. Bring them out, look at them, smell them, don't touch this, don't let anybody else touch it, it's hot.
Okay.
Put it back in, turn it over, the beans continue to roast. All the parts of this machine are hot with the exception of these handles and the trial. This is particularly hot, and for some reason everybody wants to touch it. I've been one of those people 3 times who's wanted to touch it. It's really hot. Okay, so just keep your hands here. Okay. During the roast, I'm going to ask you to do this at least once in the beginning because at the end of the roast, we're going to use this differently. I'm going to hold up a tray and I'm going to ask you for samples of that. It happens in the last minute of the roast. So you're going to get me a sample. I need 1 or 2 beans is all I need. Bring them out, put it down, bring it back, put it back in. See what I was doing? Put it back in, turn it over. Okay, and then 10 degrees later, which is really 15 seconds later, I'm going to ask for a second sample. You're going to do the same thing. Give me a second sample, and then ultimately a third sample. And what we're doing here is we're going to make our determination as to when the roast is over, based on the framework of where it is temperature-wise, but the final decision is on the color of the roast. Okay? Subtle change in color. I'll know when it's ready, and when they say lift it up, David, you have to lift it up. If you let it sit longer, it'll go from light to medium. Okay, so you lift it. Yeah, like 10 seconds. So you'll lift it up then. Okay. No, there's no pressure. Okay. And one other thing about lifting it up, just so you know, if you lift it up in the middle of the roast, they're all going to come tumbling out in the middle of the roast. So the only time you touch it is at the end of the roast. Okay.
Only when you touch it.
Now, remember, you don't have to remember anything. Okay. So the last thing I'm going to ask you to do is between the second and third sample is to push this door in like this. This is a door that controls the flow of the air. So if you push that in like this, the air is going to leave the drum and go into the sweeper and also turn the sweeper on. So that when you pick it up, they're coming out really hot and you're going to start cooling. Okay. That's it. It's pretty easy. Hardest thing you have to do is to measure out some coffee beans over here.
Okay.
Come on, we're going to move these young women out of the way for just a moment. Not too far, don't go running out of here. Okay. What we need is a total of 4 pounds of green beans. This thing, when it's absolutely full, is 3. So we're going to have to out here. It'll be 2 pounds here. Put it in and then do 2 more. But an easy way to do it is start off like this. And
Are you really recording this now?
Yes.
So she's doing 4 pounds of green beans.
Well, I can really smell that.
The green beans.
Yes.